Interesting day lined up for today. Our buddy Chase is in town. He's going to come over this morning and talk to us a little about what he's been up to, give us an update on some of the investments that he helped us find, and he's starting a new company, so he's going to tell us a little about that as well. We are Dumb Money. We quit our day jobs to do this, to find interesting opportunities to invest in and share it with you, our YouTube audience. Chase is one of those guys that is brilliant and always looking for interesting opportunities himself. He not only is a company founder and an investor, he's also currently in medical school, about to get his MD, purely to better understand medical investments. Hey, how's it going? I'm Dave.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you finally, yeah.
This is nice. Whose house is this? This is mine. Dude, nice house, man. Thanks for having us.
This right here is the entrepreneurial thing. So this is the thinking. You have to do thinking in here.
Oh, this is it. Right here. Right here.
I had to be honest with myself. I said, like, where am I happy and where can I be most successful? And I realized it's that early stage phase. I love this. When things are kind of like this, I'm bored. I love the feeling of laying on the floor being like, holy f***, we are in deep, like we are screwed. It's over. I love that feeling because I know 2 days later, we're going to feel like we are the masters of the world. And then going right back down to, oh God, again, I love that up and down. That journey of finding product market fit and then seeing that scale and growth and knowing everything that went into it is the most rewarding thing in the world. It's like, I don't even do it for the money, I do it for that.
You're the only person I've ever met that I think talks and thinks faster than I do. And that's a good and a bad thing. It's like, you're throwing new opportunities at us like faster than anyone I've ever worked with. And over the last year, you have somehow pulled us into half a dozen deals, right? And I don't even remember what they were.
The very first deal actually that we did was a company called Howdy.ai, otherwise known as Botkit. That's what they created. They were actually acquired by Microsoft yesterday. The one right after that was Masterclass.com.
My favorite. You didn't have to sell it. Wait. There was a text that you sent about Masterclass. You sent it to Ryan.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I said, tell Chase we want
in.
Right
we
now.
need allocation.
We'll close today. Just tell him to send over the paperwork.
That was the quickest close I've ever had from anybody. And that was the easiest. Like, you guys are the best people to work with. The other one was Capella Space.
Yes, we love this. We
No,
love
this
this
is
one.
like-
I love
this
this
is like-
one. Even if we lose money in it, I love this one. This even excited Jordan, which rarely happens.
Just with the explosion in AI, I see people kind of, they need this to train models and to, solve problems.
Yep.
This is going to blow up that space, I think.
You guys passed on Bird. Which is okay. Hey, you can't. No, it's okay. It doesn't matter. There's always great deals coming down the pipe.
Part of the reason why you're here today is because Chase is doing a fund. Yep. Finally, you're doing your own fund. I mean, you've basically been running your own fund through these little SPVs on all these little companies you find. We keep investing in them. So now you're just going to put them all into one fund. Let's talk about this. We're into healthcare for the next 10 years, right? That's an era we want to be over.
Absolutely.
Well, I think aging population, I think there's tons of room just from administration overhead and stuff like that to optimize.
I'm looking at another like 5 deals right now just to kind of sit down and talk about them, whether we put money in or not. And it's fun.
We love it too. I mean that's why we do it. It's the greatest job in the world.
I agree.
And it's great to finally meet you in person. This is great. We're going to lunch now. What's up?
I am taking you guys to lunch, and I'm not telling you where, but it has to do with one of our recent investments that you chose not to go in on, but I did.
Intriguing. I can think of a couple of restaurant stocks that he's talked about. I think I know where we're going. It might be Mexican.
I have big news. Look at the back seat where Jordan's sitting.
What? That was a duct tape nightmare for as long as I can remember.
The first week that we don't have a 2% drop in the market, I'll fix that. But it's staying like that for now. I actually had fixed it. I rigged it to be fixed the last week, and I did a pretty good job, but I got it fixed for real this morning. I didn't pay anything.
I got an email, an opportunity to buy some shares of Airbnb. This is a company that that basically matches employees of the company who want to sell some of the shares they have with investors like us who want to buy into pre-IPO companies.
Airbnb does not allow.
Well,
so I guess they're not actually selling the shares. They're contracting to sell the shares at a future date once they receive the shares after Airbnb IPOs.
Estimates of 3.8 billion of revenue, 50% year-over-year growth. It is profitable.
Would you rather invest in Airbnb and hold that money for 18 months to possibly double it, or invest with Chase in his new fund, or do both, or neither?
I really like the company that Chase is building enough to want to be in a fund, but Airbnb is just one of those brands that I love the brand. I want to be a part of it. I stay in Airbnbs. I use the products.
I just don't like staying in people's houses. You love it, don't you, Jordan? Isn't that your thing?
I primarily stay in other people's houses.
I don't understand.
We are at Chuy's restaurant. I figured it out. We went to Chuy's because Chris apparently made some money.
You'll remember my Texas rain restaurant trade, which was Chuy's and Del Frisco's. It rained every day for a month.
So what are some public companies that are like concentrated in Texas?
I found two.
Like
Chuy's
yeah.
and Del Frisco's,
Del
which
Frisco.
is Del Frisco's and Del Frisco's Grill. This is my trade on Del Frisco's Steakhouse. This is my trade on Chuy's.
So I shorted Chuy's with put options. Earnings came out this last week. I bought the puts. Big loss for Chuy's due in part to a $12.3 million impairment of 6 restaurants. Same store sales, 0.5%. We continue, quote, we continue to face industry-wide cost pressure and heavier rainfall than normal in our core Texas markets. I made, I think, 4 or 5x my money in Chuy's over a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I think I doubled my money in Del Frisco. It's amazing how sometimes things that are so simple and so in front of your face, the market has so much noise that they're trying to analyze every day that they miss the things that are simple, like right in front of their face that we saw.
All I can say is lunch is on this guy today.
Next time, are you going to mirror my trade? Are you going to believe in our own? Are you going to believe in the dumb money trade today?
How did Activision work out for you?
We'll talk about that later.
We're seriously considering putting more money with Chase long term in a discretionary fund that he'll have complete control over. Do we really think, what's his win rate been like? He finds us opportunities that we would not have found on our own.
And things allocation into companies that we would never be able to touch.
Masterclass.
Masterclass was the first time I invested with him, and
same.
I love that concept, love the company.
They're killing it, as he said. Memora is a deal that you guys didn't get in on, but that deal seems to be going extraordinarily well. I'm going to call that a win. I love everything they're doing.
Capella Space,
That's right up your wheelhouse.
satellite company. I like him personally. Now that I've actually finally met him face to face, I want to be a part of his fund.
We'll just say we're going in on the fund. It's just a matter of how big and when. I have a pretty cool event tonight. Do you remember Matt Alexander?
No.
Do you remember Need, the company I invested in called Need?
Yes. Didn't you lose your entire investment?
Yes. All right, so Need was an direct-to-consumer apparel company that Matt started here in Dallas. I invested in it mostly because I thought he was a really cool founder, but ultimately it didn't work out for a number of reasons. He started another company called Neighborhood Goods out of Dallas. It's a boutique shop, it's a retail store, bricks and mortar, but the only thing they sell inside these bricks and mortar stores are direct-to-consumer brands that you ordinarily will never see in a bricks and mortar store. So he's partnering with all the big direct-to-consumer brands, putting that like shop in a shop inside of his shop. Super excited to see the grand opening of Neighborhood Goods tonight. Huge footprint, bigger than I anticipated. It's such a cool concept, and the first store is in the deep suburbs of Dallas, which is a little weird, but I'm sure he has his reasoning for it. If it works here, I guess it will work anywhere across America, which is, now that I think about it, it's probably a good idea that he opened up here first.
so great. I just discovered my favorite brand in the world, the Citizenry.
We launched 3 years ago, 2015. Chris came in as a part of that seed round.
This place is awesome. So you have all these different brands here, and these are brands that some of them have their own stores, some of them are direct to consumer e-commerce companies that you couldn't find in a store, but they all get to have a boutique within a boutique here. And the way this place works is Neighborhood Goods just basically charges for floor space. They rent employees to brands that want to have a boutique inside of Neighborhood Goods. So you can set up shop here for 6 months, for 12 months, and experiment on things you ordinarily might not want to just throw into your own store.
It's just coming together so well, and we've had so many people rally around this idea. And that's a really lovely thing to see. And thank you so much to all of our partners that helped us deliver on that. Thank you so much to all of our investors. Thank you so much to everyone, really, that's given us the sort of opportunity to get in this room and try to do something special and something a little bit different.
We're not trying to extract dollars from bullets. We just want to bring people together, spend time, and be around some of the most interesting entrepreneurs. So we have about 40 brands in the room. A great many of them, this is a world exclusive event for them to be even in physical retail. In addition to that, we have our own restaurant. And if you have the Neighborhood Goods app, you're sitting in our restaurant, you decide you want to buy something from Stadium Goods, we'll bring it to you across the room, straight to wherever you are. You can text the staff, ask questions. You can do just about anything in the room you want on your own terms, in addition to having a really traditional and fun experience. Thank you.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. That was awesome. Not often we have things this cool going down in Dallas in retail. Just might be the next big thing in bricks and mortar retail. Proud of Matt. Happy that I'm an investor in this. And I look forward to seeing this thing scale well beyond Dallas over the next few years. If you like today's episode, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave us comments. We love them. We're Dumb Money. Thank you. Good night.